Gurubhyo Namaha, Om Ganapate Namaha, Saraswati Namaha. Today we are going to learn about the Ketu's transit and how it will affect your life, what changes it will bring. So we will know about that and how to interpret each and every result in each and every house based on the Rashis. So let's get started. My name is Pandit Mahesh Shastri. I'm from mypanchang.com. I'm the Panchang Siddhanti. I live in Seattle, Washington. So let's get started. So what is Ketu? So let's talk about Ketu. We need to understand what is Ketu. So we have seen this diagram before. So the Ketu is basically moon south node and Rahu is moon north node. What are the nodes? See, from Earth, it appears to us that Sun orbits around Earth. It's the phenomena, okay? And science in physics, it is known as apparent annular path of the Sun or ecliptic. So that is shown around that is shown in this diagram. Now we know that the Earth orbits around Sun, but it's the phenomena that it creates. That Sun is orbiting around the Earth. That phenomena is called ecliptic or apparent annular path of the Sun. So that's a phenomena it creates, and basically you can see that phenomena by the way of analemma. So this is the analemma. So you can trace the sun's path every day in the sky using the same position, and you will know that this is how sun transit around the earth. So that is called analemma, and so that is called ecliptic, the sun's apparent annular path. Now moon is always orbiting around the earth, so that wherever that ecliptic moon's orbit intersect with the ecliptic, the north side point is called Rahu, south side is called Ketu. And ecliptic is a bandwidth like 10-degree bandwidth around the ecliptic. That's where all planets appears to orbit around Earth in geocentric phenomena. Okay, it's again geocentric, but with the moon, it's always orbits around Earth, so that is always geocentric. No such phenomena words or like that. So with that, let's get started about the Ketu. So we know the Ketu is like the moon south node and Rahu is moon's north node. So K is also known as dragon's head and dragon's tail. So head, dragon's head or dragon means Rakshas, and Ketu means dragon's tail, the bottom part. We know that the ego is all in the head. It is not anywhere, it's not in that bottom part. We say that we think from heart, but literally we think from brain, actually. So when you use emotions, that's when you think we think from heart, but emotions are also not in the heart, they are all in the mind. Anyway, so Ketu embodies spirituality, detachment, because it doesn't have a mind. When you do not have a mind, you do not have an ego. What is left? Nothing is left. So Ketu embodies spirituality, detachment, karmic resolution, dissolves ego, challenges leadership. It will challenge the leadership, foster spiritual growth. So whichever house Ketu is transiting in, you need to develop detachment in that area, in that focus to be successful. Otherwise, you will not be successful. So Ketu gives malefic results in houses first, second, fourth, fifth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th, and is auspicious in 3, 6, 11. But it is auspicious, but still it will employ its detachment strategies up there also, and we will see how. Ketu, and why? Because Ketu is intuitive, headless nature, detaches from material pursuits. See, material pursuits are always in the head. In Leo, that's where the current transit is. It counters ego driven ambitions, pushing spiritual awakening. Now, this effect may vary from house to house, like Bhava and moon sign, Rashi in Nirayana system. Now we will see the effects of Ketu basically here. So the Ketu in the first house. Now, Ketu currently is in Leo. So, first house, this will be for the people whose Rashi is moon sign is Leo or their ascendant is Leo. So, what it will see, what is about first house? Self, personality, So, mental stress, health issues, because it shows overall and also Ketu, and also the first house denotes hate, so it can give headaches, fatigue. You will have a ego conflicts. Your ego might be hurt, and marital tension will be there because Rahu will be in the seventh house, right? And because you're not giving much attention to yourself, and wife may not like it. So now, the behavior it gives is short tempered, introspective, detached, or erratic behavior. Why? Because Ketu transiting in the first house suggests journey of self detachment and spiritual awakening. So you need to detach yourself from around you, the physical self around you. You have to look into your inner self, not your physical self, which is appear in the mirror or to others. Not that. You need to know your inner self. That's what Ketu wants you to do. That's what Ketu wants you to evolve there. Like we have a radio, and we have many radio stations, but we tune to specific radio stations. So Ketu wants you to tune to the spiritual radio station called higher frequency or God frequency. If you tune to that, you will be very successful, because that is the frequency of detachment. And first house governs self identity. So think about self identity. I remove that I. Okay. I did this, I did that. Me, myself, and I. Remove that. And Ketu's detachment dissolves ego, promoting focus on inner growth. In Leo, it challenges pride, fostering spiritual clarity. Because whenever your pride is challenged, it will foster the spiritual clarity. Now, challenges for the impact. This will be for the Simha Rashi, like we said. And what is the remedy? One can wear yellow clothes, feed street dogs, and avoid red attire for Ketu. So this is for the Leo. Now we will see Kanya Rashi. So now we will see Kark Rashi, sorry, because then when the for Kark Rashi natives, when the Ketu is in Leo, it will be in the second house. So what does second house indicate? Your wealth, your family member, your tongue, whatever you speak. So financial stability, like, will not be clear. It will give you financial instability. Anything to do with the materialistic thing, you need the Ketu will raise the flag there. Okay. Family dispute, emotional bonds. It's also a material thing. Harsh speech, you will be, do not try to employ harsh speech just because it hurts your ego. So here ego is again in the question, because the ego will lead to harsh speech. I, and then dental issues, and because I and dental all second house. What is the behavior? Headstrong, frugal, staying family relationship. Because the ego will come in between, and then the person will have a staying family relationship. If you develop the detachment in those areas related to second house, you will be perfectly fine. Why? Because second house rules wealth and family, building up the wealth. The Ketu's detachment disrupts mental security. See, and then and material security, because you are mentally secure about your materialistic position. So Ketu will disrupt that. So you need to remove materialism from your mind, from your mental thing, from your mind. And then you need to shift focus to inner contentment. In Leo, it challenges pride, because Ketu is in Leo. So for the Kark Rashi natives, it challenges pride in wealth or family legacy. it will challenge. So if you think about, okay, I want to accumulate this much wealth, and I'm bound to make money or stuff like that, or my family is such and such, we have a great lineage, those kind of things will be challenged. And you will be taught spiritual values over possession that Ketu will teach you. Because see, the second house, wealth, detachment, do some donation. So this is for the Karka Rashi that we say, chant Ketu mantra, prioritize health, eye health, and donate food. This is for That was for Mithun, for Karka Rashi. Now we will see the Mithun Rashi. Ketu is in the third house. For Mithun Rashi natives, when the Ketu is in Leo, it will be in the third sign. So what is the third sign? Younger siblings, communications. So third house is very actually auspicious. You will have a financial gain. You will have a travel, but you need to be careful about those travels. It may cause some loss, something in your travel. Uh, like if you are attached too much to one particular place, that place may not come out to be as expected as you thought out to be. Whatever your plan will not be that will be successful. So always do not expect too much from if you are making a travel plans, and then it will give you careers unless there is some other planet which is also good. So it will give you success in your career. Then you will have a minor sibling conflict. Third house, Ketu. Your communication may not be well with your younger sibling, behavior, sharp intellect. See, what is third house? You have to understand. So it's the 11th from the fifth house. What is fifth house? Fifth house is house of learning. So 11th house from the fifth house is third house. So gain of learning. So it will make you one sharp intellect. This is for the Mithuna Rashi. Sociable and spiritually inclined. Why? Because third house governs communication and courage. Ketu's auspicious placement enhances intuitive expression, reducing petty conflict. And in Lee, because see, the third house is also house of communication, right? So if you are a little bit, if you are a bit detached and you communicate, you will be able to communicate well. Why detached? Because then you will not have any fear related to what you want to say. So, and also being third house, younger sibling, you may see a communication gap between you and your younger sibling. In Leo, it fosters bold, creative communication while detaching from ego driven recognition. So, never ever, or whenever you write, do not write to be, oh, I am writing such a book which will be like the bestseller. If you are Gemini natives, don't even target that much. You will be able to do well, but if you develop detached sense, then people will recognize you down to earth. And this is for Mithuna Rashi. Apply turmeric tilak and maintain health vigilance. So be vigilant about health. Now let's say about Taurus, about Vrashab Rashi. Whoever have a Taurus or Vrashab Rashi, for those Vrashab Rashi natives, Ketu will be in the fourth house. What is the fourth house? Home and mother. So in the fourth house, it can have a job changes, mother's health concern, a property dispute. One can have a property disputes, and emotional unrest can happen. So that is for the effect of the Ketu in the fourth house. So because person will become restless, detached from the home comfort and domestic tension. Now, one thing can happen is person can undergo some home renovation. There might be some water leak in the home to fix, or kitchen problem to fix that, you will discover another issue, third issue, fourth issue, fifth issue, sixth issue, and you will end up in remodeling the house while living in the same house. That is a problem. While living in the same house, you will end up in doing all those things. So that is the effect of Ketu on the fourth house. Your communication with your mother will become less. She will be busy in her stuff and you'll be busy in your stuff. Sort of detachment, because fourth house represents home and emotional security. Emotions are also the fourth house. Ketu's detachment disrupts stability, encouraging inner peace over material comfort. It challenges pride in family legacy, pursuing spiritual grounding. So you need to be grounded. Whatever you had beliefs, it will challenge you in that area. And pay attention to your home. If you're required, do it soon. And like we said, this is for Vrishabha Rashi. And what are the remedies? Remedies are worship Lord Ganesha, recite Ganapati Atharvashesha Stotra. If you do not know how to recite Ganapati Atharvashesha Stotra, you can chant Om Ganapate Namaha. You can all do puja mentally. Mansik puja is the best for Ketu. Now, fifth house is children, creativity, entertainment, so and learning. So those are the things associated with the fifth house. So what can have issues with children? Reduced creativity, emotional turmoil, academic challenges. If you are appearing for some competitive exam, will have some issue. If you're doing some long-term stock investment, it may not go the as per whatever you have planned, and you will have developed critical mindset detached from romance. See, fifth house is also from romance. Mentally stagnant. You will have be a mentally stagnant. Why? Because fifth house governs creativity and children. Ketu's detachment dampens emotional connection, reducing focus to karmic lessons in self expression. In Leo, it dissolves pride in creative achievements, fostering spiritual creativity. Impact on Rashi, challenges for Mesha Rashi. This is for the Mesh Rashi, because fifth, when you have a Mesh Rashi, Ketu will transit from your fifth Rashi. For Leo, for Ketu's transit in Leo, remedies: donate sesame seeds, bananas, and black blanket. This was for the fifth house. For the sixth house, for the Pisces Rashi or Meena Rashi, health, enemies, servants, service. That is Ketu. Now, Ketu in sixth house considered good because it will give trouble to enemies. It will, because sixth house is also disease actually. So it will give trouble to disease. Trouble to disease means what? Good health, right? So victory over enemies, your career progresses, financial gains, minor health issues, not much but minor, discipline and focus. Will be cautious in partnerships. Why? Because sixth house rules enemies and service. By the way, if you have employees or you are a manager, your one of the employee can give you trouble. So Ketu's auspicious placement leverages intuition to overcome obstacle, minimizing conflict. When Ketu transiting in Leo, it enhances intuitive problem solving, reducing ego in conflict. So that's what Ketu will do. Again, develop the detachment. And this is for Meena Rashi, like we said. What you can do: install Ketu Yantra, chant Ketu mantra daily, Om Ketave Namaha. Now we will see the seventh house. Seventh house is partnerships, marriage, short travels. So this is for Kumbha Rashi, because when Ketu is in Simha Rashi, so it becomes seventh for Kumbha Rashi native. So seventh house is partnerships, marriage. So you will have a trouble with misunderstanding with spouse, marital discord, health issue you will have, and reputation will decline. Because what is seventh house? Seventh house is also 10th from the 10th. So 10th from the 10th is also very important, and your reputation will decline for Kumbh Rashi nature. So don't do anything stupid. Short temper, you'll make you short temper, poor decision making, strained partnership. So detach, because seventh house is governs partnership. Ketu's detachment disrupts harmony, urging inner growth over external bonds. Because you will be engaged in small petty positions in partnership that could cause you trouble. In Leo, it challenges pride and in relationship, fostering lessons in unconditional love when Ketu is in Leo. So this is for Kumbha Rashi, like we said, where silver chain, avoid red gemstones, and maintain patience. Patience is the key here for Ketu in the seventh house. Now, for Ketu in the eighth house, this is for the Makara Rashi, because for if you're Makara Rashi, then Ketu will be your Simha Rashi in the eighth house. Transformation, and eighth house rules transformation, new age, longevity. So sudden gains, and also because eighth house also accidental gain, and insurance, like somewhere you did not, or inheritance somewhere you did not expect, you will get it. Sudden gains like inheritance, occult interest, and risk of accidents, ailment, behavior, intuitive, secretive, anxious about hidden enemies. Why eighth house rules transformation and secrets? Ketu's mystical nature fosters spiritual insight, but its detachment causes sudden changes or health risk. Because you will not pay any attention to your health, and so you will do grow spiritually, but can cause health related issue. When Ketu is in Leo, it deepens intuitive transformation and reducing ego driven fears. Impact on Rashi. Like we say, this is for Makar Rashi, and you can chant Mahamrityunjay Japa. And also, there is a Mrutasanjivani Stotram you can recite or listen to from you from YouTube or any other channels. You can do Google and you will find it. Just search it and avoid risky activities. For ninth house, this will be for Dhanu Rashi. For Dhanu Rashi, Ketu will be in the ninth house if the Ketu is in Leo. What is ninth house? Luck, higher learning, law, father, work obstacles, and your boss. So work obstacles, boss, will create trouble for you. You will see, you will find some problem. Or even if there is no issue, you will develop some mental issue, like that. Oh, my boss is not happy with me. Maybe he wants to challenge you more. You will have a, because ninth house is father, so you will, it will make some father's health issue. If you do pilgrimage, you will be successful. Success in studies, but again, you do not need to expect for anything in higher studies. Just do your job without any attachment. Remember, the detachment is the key. Behavior detach, critical of authority, and spiritually inclined. Why? Because ninth house governs luck and religion. Ketu's detachment challenges belief, encouraging pilgrimage and philosophical growth. When Ketu is in Leo Rashi, it will foster detachment from worldly recognition in spiritual pursuits. Now you need to be careful about your legal thing. Do not miss any exam or paying tax. Be do it properly. So that's what the ninth house is all for. And about your father's health, you might not be able to communicate well with father. You will have issue with that, or you will have a lack of communication. This is the for impact on Dhanu Rashi when Ketu is in Leo. or Simha Rashi. Remedies: visit holy places, pilgrimage, and chant Vishnu Sahasranam Stotram. Now for the 10th house. What is 10th house? 10th house is career, status, honor, father's wealth. So challenges. So this is for Vrashik Rashi, whose Rashi is Vrashika, or their Lagna is Vrashika. So you will have a dissatisfaction at job. If you are looking for a job, you need to be very careful. You do prepare for your job, but do not expect that something, oh, I'll be able to, kill this interview, like knock them down. Not like that. It can become little bit tougher. So work without any expectation and just give interview. Be like a normal. Do not go with heavy expectation. If you go with heavy expectation, it will be very bad for you. It will bring career changes, lack of focus because of on the work. You will feel unmotivated, distracted, seeking new professional path. But you need to work toward that. So why? Because 10th house rules career. Ketu's detachment undermines ambitions, shifting focus to inner purpose. If you have ambitions, it will may not be good. In Leo, challenge is pride in professional achievements and encouraging spiritual growth when Ketu is in Leo. Challenge is for this is like we say, this is for Vrashika Rashi people. For Vrashika Rashi people, this is going to be the trouble. And then remedies: donate to orphanage, maintain professional patience. That is the key. Now Ketu is in the 11th house. So 11th house is gain, social circles. Now this is Tula Rashi. So it will be for Tula Rashi. It will be 11th house. Okay, now remember for Chara Rashi, 11th house will be the Badaka. It will be in the Badaka house also. So, considering everything, you will have a health concerns, social ventures, charity, auspicious for business gains, detach from material gains, focus on spiritual connections. That's what if you need to develop on the spiritual connection than the material connection, because 11th house governs gains and network. Ketu's auspicious placement supports altruistic pursuits, reducing attachment to wealth. In When Ketu is in Leo, it encourages selfless contributions over ego-driven status. You may have a trouble with your elder sibling. You may not communicate that well. Uh, so that was you will so that is what Ketu will do, it related to when the Ketu is transiting over 11th house. This is especially for Tula Rashi. So positive for Tula Rashi sign. In a way, there is always side effect. Engage in charity, chant Ketu mantra for remedies. Now the 12th house. What is 12th house? Is moksha, isolation, hospitalization. So this is for Kanya Rashi. And so in the 12th house is moksha, so spiritual growth, foreign travel, financial challenges, isolation, vivid dreams. So it will make you introverted, empathetic, prone to depression, escapism. Why? Because 12th house rules moksha and isolation, aligning with Ketu's spiritual nature. That's where Ketu loves 12th house. It enhances intuition and spiritual practices, but may cause losses or isolation. If you are into spiritual thing, this is the best place. In Leo, it fosters deep spiritual insight. So when the Ketu is in Leo, and this is for Kanya Rashi again, dissolving material pride. So this is for Kanya Rashi. Impact will be, you know, that will be the impact that we describe. And remedy: sleep with soft under pillow. keep a dog as a pet. If you cannot have a dog, just go to animal shelter and donate some food. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you have any tips to make this video better, or anything we miss in this transit thing in teaching, please write, comment, share, and subscribe. We will definitely look at your comments and give you the response. So please, and because when you like, share, comment, subscribe, it gives us encouragement to make this type of video really good. So dhanyavad, radhe radhe, pranam. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.